Get ready to discover the best local co-op and split-screen games available on PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium. Starting with number 20, we have Haven, a sci-fi RPG that is tailor-made for co-op, although it also supports single-player. The game follows the story of a space-traversing couple who decide to settle down on a planet called Source, with the potential to be the perfect home for the well-traveled protagonists. As they set up their new life, they must explore the planet to collect resources, eradicate rust, and engage in occasional turn-based battles. In solo mode, players can swap between controlling the couple at any time, but in co-op mode, each person takes charge of one protagonist. Both characters bring unique options for exploration and combat, showcasing a fair amount of individuality. Their growth is tied to their relationship, improving as they get along better. Although the gameplay can be monotonous at times, Haven offers great characters, beautiful visuals, and solid combat, making it a worthwhile experience for PS Plus subscribers. Number 19, Trine 4: The Nightmare Prince. The Trine series is known for its engaging cooperative gameplay, but some players were disappointed with the third installment as it took away some of the elements that made the series a fun local co-op game. Trine 4 aimed to correct this by giving players the puzzle-solving and action-heavy platforming content they love. While some players still prefer Trine 2, there's a lot to appreciate in the fourth installment, such as its stunningly beautiful visuals and environments. The gameplay is also better than ever, with mind-bending scenarios that are sure to keep players engaged. From its beautifully fantastical world to its lighthearted adventure, Trine 4 is a must-play for fans of the series. Next, we have Trackmania Turbo, a popular racing game renowned for its wacky tracks that defy the laws of physics. Players can also create their own outrageous courses. The game offers a unique co-op mode called Double Driver, which allows two players to control a single car by finding a middle ground between their inputs. Co-op is not typically seen in racing games, but Trackmania Turbo does it well. The game also features traditional 4-player split screen, which is competitive rather than cooperative. While it may not be the very best racing game on PS Plus, Trackmania Turbo is a must-play for fans of the genre who are looking for something unique and enjoyable. Number 17, Ratchet & Clank All for One. This game, lost in the abundance of Ratchet & Clank titles released during the early 2010s, is built for co-op play, but solo players can also bring an AI partner along for the adventure. The game's eponymous heroes, along with Quark and Dr. Nefarious, are all playable and bring their unique abilities to the table, making it feel like a genuine team effort. As with other games in the series, All for One features an explosive combat system with plenty of unorthodox weapons, and each character has its own unlockables. Although it may not reach the same heights as some of the other entries in the series, the game still offers a decent story that is occasionally amusing. Number 16, Spiritfarer Farewell Edition. Spiritfarer casts players as Stella, who assumes the role of ferrying the dead to the afterlife. This management sim incorporates minor platforming elements and follows the typical formula of collecting resources to expand the protagonist's business. With its beautiful art style and unique premise, Spiritfarer stands out from its peers. Additionally, Spiritfarer excels at local co-op gameplay. A second player can control Stella's cat, who can complete many of the main character's actions and reduce the amount of busy work in the game. Number 15, Serious Sam Collection. Serious Sam is a classic run-and-gun shooter reminiscent of Doom, offering non-stop thrills as players mow down hordes of enemies with satisfying weapons. The collection includes the first encounter, the second encounter, and Serious Sam 3, skipping over Serious Sam 2. All 3 games support 4-player local co-op and 16-player online co-op. While the gameplay may be simplistic and repetitive to some, this package is still a well-functioning blast to play through, especially for fans of the genre who can team up with friends to take on the campaign. Number 14, Moving Out. It is often said that true friends will always lend a hand on moving days, and this game is built upon that concept. Moving out takes one of the least enjoyable parts of life and somehow makes it entertaining while still retaining the frustration associated with the act. This local co-op game has a simple concept. Players have to work together to move furniture into vans without destroying everything in the process. The premise might be simple, but the task is anything but easy. It's both a challenging couch co-op physics puzzler, and yet it's completely accessible to everyone, regardless of their video game experience. Moving Out is a fun party game that will push friendships and produce a few laughs along the way. Number 13, Untitled Goose Game. This game simply offers unrestrained chaos. It takes place in a charming British village that is subjected to unimaginable horrors due to the arrival of a goose, one that plans to turn the citizens' lives upside down. And to make matters worse, the waterfowl can bring a friend. House's Untitled Goose Game is a silly but charming game that puts players in charge of a goose, or two geese in local co-op as they steadily try to complete tasks, often involving being a nuisance to the townsfolk. The addition of a second goose does not change the campaign's objectives too much, but players can still have a blast working together to annoy the furious NPCs. Untitled Goose Game is unique, well-made, and very streamlined. It's a lot of fun and unlike anything you've played before. Next, we have Jack X Combat Racing. Although overshadowed by Crash Team Racing, which is not available on PS Plus Premium, Naughty Dog's Combat Racing is an excellent racer in its own right. Packed with content courtesy of a fun adventure mode and a plethora of exhibition options, Jack X combines fast-paced kart racing mayhem with vehicular combat, offering players plenty of explosive weapons they can unleash against their opponents. When it was released in 2005, Jack X was the first Naughty Dog game to incorporate online multiplayer. Unfortunately, this feature concluded its run in 2012. However, players can still set up a split-screen race if they want to face off against a friend. The process can be a bit needlessly complicated since the game will fast-forward through the multiplayer options when someone enters that category in the menu. Still, as long as two controllers are plugged into the console, the split-screen option should be selectable. Number 11, Kingdom 2 Crowns. Strategy games are already niche, and Kingdom 2 Crowns is a unique entry in that genre. The side-scrolling game casts players as a ruler who must travel across islands to establish their kingdom. This process involves investing money in infrastructure and creating strongholds to protect people from monsters. Being king or queen is not easy or predictable, and failure is part of the learning process in Kingdom 2 Crowns. If the weight of this responsibility is too much for one player, a second ruler can step in to help carry the burden. However, Kingdom 2 Crowns co-op involves little direct interaction between the players since the game casts them as rulers who coexist while still largely doing their own thing. Number 10, Overcooked 2. The best local co-op games can often be challenging and competitive, but Overcooked 2 takes it to another level and can even put strong friendships to the test. While losing to a friend in Mario Kart 8 can cause some frustration and occasional outbursts, the high-pressure environment of running a restaurant is on a whole different level. As orders come in, players must collaborate and communicate effectively to keep up with the increasing demands. Poor communication and coordination can lead to wasted time and mistakes, which can be frustrating. However, when everyone works together seamlessly and the kitchen runs like clockwork, it's a rewarding experience. If you are enjoying this video, please give it a like. Number 9, Resistance 3. Unfortunately, PS Plus only offers the final installment in Insomniac's Resistance franchise, despite all three PS3 games being solid first-person shooters. For those unfamiliar with the previous games, starting with Resistance 3 may be a bit confusing at first. However, the game does a respectable job of introducing newcomers to humanity's war against the Chimera. Resistance 3 also features a new protagonist and largely sets itself apart from its predecessors. Additionally, the campaign mode includes a co-op option, with a second player assuming the role of the protagonist's friend. Although the story does not reference the presence of a second hero, Resistance 3 incorporates its split-screen co-op well, allowing players to easily jump in and participate in the campaign. Number 8, Resident Evil 5 Gold Edition. Capcom's Resident Evil franchise is primarily known for its single-player campaigns, but it has also ventured into co-op gameplay on occasion. The series has a solid track record when it comes to two-player experiences, with Resident Evil 5 standing out as the pinnacle of co-op gameplay. Players must navigate a country in West Africa infected with a deadly virus, using teamwork and coordination to survive against hordes of infected enemies. With ammo scarce, players must ensure that both protagonists are armed and ready to take on the infected hordes. Overall, Resident Evil 5 provides a fantastic co-op experience that is both challenging and satisfying. Number 7. Human Fall Flat. If unpredictable physics and a sandbox that encourages experimentation are a recipe for endless giggles, then Human Fall Flat turns players into master chefs. Each level in the game provides several objectives that require completing platforming challenges and solving puzzles. However, Human Fall Flat is at its most entertaining when any guidelines are ignored in favor of producing chaotic messes. In split screen, 2 players receive blank humans to direct, and the addition of another player opens up even further the already vast gameplay possibilities. The more creative and curious the players are, the more fun Human Fall Flat becomes. Number 6 is Fury Unleashed. This roguelite shooter lets players live out their comic book hero fantasies. After creating a character, players take on randomly generated levels across 4 formats, battling through waves of enemies while earning currency, executing combos, and discovering new weapons. These types of games can become repetitive, but bringing a friend along can make it more enjoyable. With short, explosive gameplay and tight controls, Fury Unleashed is a must-play for PS Plus Premium and Extra subscribers. Don't ignore this indie title as it guarantees a fun time. Next, we have Death Squared. The puzzle game Death Squared is another fascinating game that emphasizes cooperative play. The game is divided into levels where players must direct their colored cubes toward their corresponding square while navigating through various obstacles and challenges. While the game can be played solo, it truly shines in co-op mode where players must coordinate and communicate to help each other reach the end goal. Unlike other puzzle games that tend to isolate the player, Death Squared promotes teamwork and creates a memorable gaming experience. The game is both charming and difficult, and even features a decent storyline, making it one of the more noteworthy modern puzzle games available. Number 4. Children of Morta. This action RPG follows the Bergson family as they explore randomly generated dungeons in an exciting adventure. With 7 unique playable characters, players have a wide range of duos to experiment with, and swapping between family members is a must. The game features decent gameplay that progresses nicely throughout the campaign, but what sets it apart is the surprisingly effective character-driven narrative that presents the Bergsons as a unit with history. Children of Morta is a whimsical and nostalgic journey that explores family, loyalty, and community, making it a worthwhile experience for those seeking a more challenging co-op game. The next game is Darksiders Genesis. The Darksiders franchise was known for its Legend of Zelda-style gameplay, so the release of Darksiders Genesis came as a surprise to many gamers. The top-down perspective helped to evolve the franchise, offering up some great hack-and-slash mechanics blended with cooperative gameplay. The game offers an almost 15-hour-long adventure that players can enjoy alone or with a friend. Featuring a small variety of characters, great puzzle design, fluid combat, and beautiful visuals, Darksiders Genesis is definitely one of the best co-op games available on PS Plus. Number 2. Borderlands 3. Borderlands 3 continues the franchise's tradition of co-op gameplay. On PS4, 2 players can split the screen, while PS5 supports up to 4 players. The game doesn't stray far from its predecessor's formula, but makes significant improvements to the combat system and visuals. The game features 4 different Vault Hunters, each with unique abilities and playstyles, allowing for a variety of gameplay options. Borderlands 3's co-op is straightforward and accessible. Along with supporting split screen, the entire campaign can be experienced in co-op, allowing players to drop in and out whenever they please, and parties can mix and match styles to craft a formidable and balanced team. And finally, number 1 on our list is Alienation. This thrilling 2016 twin-stick shooter is set in a world where aliens have taken over, and players must engage in intense shooting and killing to restore humanity's control. While the game supports single-player and online co-op, local co-op is the way to go to achieve the best coordination between players. With 4 different classes to choose from, Each with unique strengths and weaknesses, Alienation offers a steep challenge that is both explosive and engaging, incorporating RPG elements that add to the excitement. In our opinion, Alienation's local co-op mode is simply the best, as it allows players to experience the heart-pumping action and coordination firsthand, making it one of the most engaging co-op experiences on the PS Plus. Thank you for staying with us as we went through the top 20 local co-op and split-screen games available on PlayStation Plus. If you enjoyed the video, please do us a favor and give it a thumbs up. Until next time, happy gaming!